Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Digital Edge.
Great to be here.
Today, we've got a really fascinating story. Someone ditching a big Silicon Valley career to start fresh back in India.
Yeah, Nithin Hassan's journey. We've got some interesting sources, interviews, forum posts, articles on his startup.
Exactly. And people want the insights fast, right? So we're going to unpack his big move, why leave Meta, Amazon, that world. And crucially, how did he actually get started with his own ventures in India?
It's quite the leap. 2 decades in U.S. tech giants. That's stability.
Totally. But he talks about feeling trapped, calls it golden handcuffs. That high salary was actually stopping him from returning to Bengaluru, his hometown.
That's a common feeling, I think. The comfort zone becomes, well, too comfortable. He felt a pull to go back to maybe give back somehow.
And tackle problems he saw there. It wasn't just a whim. He had this minimum regret mindset.
Right. Even when Meta offered him a role closer to India after some layoffs, he said no, stuck to his plan.
That takes guts, especially when you consider the money.
Oh, yeah. The sources mention he and his wife walked away from, a combined $1 million in big tech pay in 2023.
Wow. Okay, so that's serious commitment.
It really underlines that this was about more than just changing jobs.
So he lands back in India, swaps the structured U.S. life for, well, something else. And he sees India's sometimes chaotic nature as an opportunity. How does that work?
Well, he contrasts it, doesn't he? The U.S. is very planned. India, maybe less so day to day.
Okay.
And his view is business solves problems. If things aren't perfectly streamlined, there are more problems to solve, more business opportunities.
Ah, I get it. Chaos equals gaps in the market.
Pretty much. Plus, you've got the huge Indian market itself, right? Big
Yeah.
population, incomes rising, lots of potential customers.
Makes sense. So where did he decide to focus first?
It seems like a blend of his skills and his passions. He was apparently worried about Bengaluru losing its green spaces.
The Garden City losing its gardens.
Exactly. And he loves gardening himself. So he combined his tech background with that passion.
Leading to MyGardenEmporium.
And it's not just selling plants online. The mission seems broader, bringing nature back into cities. They offer supplies, landscaping, even community projects.
Sustainability is a big part of it too, right?
Yeah, eco-friendly practices are core. And they mention reinvesting 20% of profits into community empowerment. So there's a social angle too.
Okay, cool concept. But how do you go from idea to an actual thing?
He rolled up his sleeves, built the first version of the MVP himself, a basic website with plants, tools, some landscaping options.
Get something out there quickly.
Exactly. And then, crucially, he got hands-on with the first customers. Delivered plants himself.
To get feedback.
You got it.
Yeah.
Talking directly to people. That led to a key change early on, realizing people wanted more personalized landscaping and ongoing maintenance, not just buying stuff.
So he adapted based on what people actually needed?
Smart.
Did he hit any major roadblocks?
Well, yeah, think about it, shipping live plants. That's tricky.
Oh, definitely. How do you stop them getting damaged?
They had to figure that out. Develop special packaging. It's a good example of the practical hurdles you face. It wasn't just about the website. It was about the physical product delivery.
Right, the real-world logistics. Now, he's also involved in helping others, isn't he? These Kickstart clubs.
Yes, Career Kickstart and Business Kickstart Club. It seems driven by seeing others in that same golden handcuffs situation he was in.
People wanting to leave stable jobs or start their own thing, but maybe not knowing how.
Precisely. The Business Kickstart Club aims to help folks go from just an idea all the way to launching and then scaling a business.
Using his own experiences, I guess.
He emphasizes that, drawing on both his corporate background and his direct experience building MyGardenEmporium from scratch. He's lived it.
And MyGardenEmporium is kind of a case study for that club then.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
One of the ventures under that umbrella showing his approach in action.
So looking back at his whole journey, leaving the security, tackling the challenges in India, building this green business, now mentoring, what's the main thread here?
For me, it's how he dealt with the challenges. Leaving the job, figuring out the Indian market, the plant shipping issue. He didn't see them just as problems.
That is.
Opportunities almost, to learn, to adapt, to innovate. That resilience, that problem-solving focus seems absolutely key to getting MyGardenEmporium off the ground so fast.
Yeah, its growth seems pretty impressive for a short time. It shows what can happen when you line up passion, skills, and that willingness to just figure things out.
Absolutely. Which maybe leaves us with a thought. Nathan faced hurdles that could have stopped him. Instead, he used them to push forward. So maybe we can ask ourselves, what challenges are we facing that could actually be reframed?
Reframed as opportunities for something new. Interesting.
hmm Where's the hidden potential in the chaos around us?
Something to definitely chew on. Great stuff. And that, unfortunately, is all the time we have today on the digital edge.
Always flies by.
It really does. Thanks so much for joining us for this exploration. We'll catch you next time.